The day I woke up with a strange superpower, continuation. The explosion threw me backward. I hit the floor hard. The air punched out of my lungs, dust filled my mouth, my eyes burned, and all I could hear was a high ringing sound, like the world had cracked open inside my head. Before I could move, the man in the black coat yanked me up. "Daniel, focus!" he shouted. The masked figure stepped through the smoke slowly, calmly, as if nothing around it mattered. Its red eyes glowed brighter with every step. I felt something worse than fear. I felt recognition. Not from memory, but from my power. I couldn't hear its thoughts. At all. And that terrified me. "Why can't I hear it?" I whispered. The man pulled me behind a fallen desk. "Because it's shielded. Hunters don't think like us." The figure raised its hand. The air bent. The wall beside us crumpled inward like paper. "Run!" the man yelled. We sprinted down the hallway as debris fell behind us. My legs burned, my chest hurt, but adrenaline carried me forward. "What's your name?" I shouted. "Elias!" Another crash echoed. Something heavy slammed into the floor behind us. "Elias, where are we going?" "To survive!" We burst through an emergency door and out into the open evening air. The sky was darkening, clouds hanging low like they were watching. Elias didn't stop running, neither did I. We didn't slow down until we reached an abandoned warehouse near the edge of town. Elias shoved the door open, dragged me inside, and slammed it shut. For a moment, neither of us spoke. I bent over, gasping. My head still throbbed. "Sit," Elias said softly. I dropped onto a crate. What was that thing?" Elias leaned against the wall, his face pale. "A hunter, one of many." "Why did it come for me?" He met my eyes. "Because you can hear beyond the surface." I frowned. "What does that even mean?" Elias walked closer. "Most mind listeners only hear surface thoughts. Noise, emotions, fear, lies." He tapped his temple. "You hear depth, intent, truth buried underneath." My stomach twisted. "Well, if that voice I heard earlier, the one that spoke to me alone." He nodded slowly. "That was the network awakening inside you." I shook my head. "You're talking like this is normal." "It's not," Elias said. "That's why you're dangerous." He explained everything, or at least enough to break my sense of reality. People like us were called receivers, humans born with altered minds capable of tuning into the mental frequency of others. But long ago, an organization learned how to force awakenings. They experimented, they failed. And from those failures came the hunters, beings designed to track, suppress, or eliminate awakened minds before they became uncontrollable. "Why me?" I asked quietly. Elias hesitated. "Because your mind doesn't just receive," he said, "it connects." I swallowed. "Connects to what?" He didn't answer right away. Instead, he asked, "Have you ever felt like something was watching you, even before today?" My throat went dry. "Yes. Then, it already knows you," he said. That night, I couldn't sleep. Every sound made me jump. Every shadow felt alive. And worse, my power was changing. Thoughts weren't just sounds anymore. They were images, emotions, memories brushing against my mind like fingertips. I could feel fear before someone showed it, pain before it was spoken. And somewhere deep beneath everything, I felt a pull, like my mind was being gently called towards something far away. I told Elias, his face hardened. "They're activating the grid." "What's that?" "A mental map of every awakened mind." My heart pounded. "So they can find us?" "Yes," he said, "so you can find them." The next few days blurred together. We moved constantly. Abandoned buildings, empty roads, safe houses. Elias somehow knew. He trained me, not to fight, but to focus. "To survive," he said, "you must learn control." I learned to narrow the noise, to block surface thoughts, to listen deeper. That's when I started hearing things I shouldn't, secrets, plans, and whispers of a coming event. Everyone called it the same thing, the Convergence. On the fifth night, I collapsed from exhaustion. When I woke up, I wasn't in the warehouse. I was standing in a vast white space. No walls, no floor, just light. "Daniel." I turned. A figure stood before me, not masked, not threatening, just familiar. "Who are you?" I asked. "You already know," the figure said. And suddenly, memories flooded me, not mine, yours, the voice from the first day, the presence. "You're the one who woke me up," I said. "Yes," it replied. "Why?" "Because you were the bridge." The word echoed. Between what? Between minds, between worlds, between control and freedom. I felt my chest tighten. "They're afraid of you," the figure continued, "because you can do what none of us can." "Which is?" It stepped closer. "You can wake others without breaking them." I jolted awake. Elias was shaking me. "You were screaming," he said. I sat up fast. "They're coming," I whispered. He stiffened. "How do you know?" "Because I can feel them." The air outside vibrated. Low hums, footsteps that didn't echo, red lights moving through the dark, hunters, dozens of them. Elias grabbed his coat. "We have to split." "No," I said. He stared at me. "I can't keep running," I continued. "This ends tonight." His eyes searched my face. "You don't understand what you're saying." "I do," I said calmly, "and so do they." The warehouse doors burst open. Hunters flooded in. Elias stepped in front of me. I placed a hand on his shoulder. "Trust me." Then I stepped forward. For the first time, I didn't listen. I spoke, not with my mouth, but with my mind. I reached outward, past fear, past pain, into the grid itself. I felt resistance, walls, commands, and then cracks. I pushed and minds woke up. All over the city, people gasped, cried, collapsed. Hunters froze mid-step. I left. Their red eyes flickered. Systems failed. Controls snapped. Silence fell. The figure from my vision appeared beside me. Only I could see it. "You've done it," it said softly. Elias stared in awe. "What are you?" I looked around at the fallen hunters, the awakened minds rising everywhere, the world shaking under a new truth. "I don't know yet," I said, "but I think I just changed everything." The sky began to glow, not with fire, but with thought, with connection, with possibility. Sirens wailed in the distance. People would ask questions. Fear would spread. Power would shift. I knew this wasn't peace. It was a beginning. Elias walked beside me as we stepped outside. "What happens now?" he asked. I looked up at the glowing sky. "Now," I said quietly, "the world learns it was never alone in its own head, and somewhere far above us, something listened back." If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comments what you think about the story and how it made you feel. Your thoughts matter.